Hello students, welcome to NEET AtomIQ. Today I am going to discuss most confusing questions while choosing the options in NEET 2026. Today I am discussing organic chemistry class 11th. Now first question here is, consider the following statements about carbocation. About the carbocation. Hyperconjugation stabilizes carbocation, plus psi effect always stabilizes the carbocation. These two effect and hyperconjugation always stabilizes the carbocation. Resonance stabilization is stronger than higher. This is also correct. But sp hybridized carbocation is most stable. This is wrong because sp carbons are highly electronegative and making very unstable carbocation. So our choice is 1, 2, 3, option A. Right students, next coming to second question, that is number of pi bonds and sigma bonds. Number of pi bonds and sigma bonds. How many number of pi bonds and sigma bonds are there? There are how many are here? Two hydrogens are there. That means 2 sigma bonds, and another here is 1 sigma bond 3, and this is 4, and this is 5, this is 6, and this is 7 sigma bonds. So here the option 7 sigma bond here is there and here is there. Let me see how many pi bonds are there. Are only 3 pi bonds. So this is 1 pi bond, and this is 1 pi bond, and this is another pi bond. So there are 3. Our option is A. Next coming to the following order is incorrect. Which is incorrect? Carbocation stability 3rd degree greater than 2nd degree greater than, yes, this is correct. Carbanion stability 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, yes, this is also correct. Radical stability, one is the 3rd degree, is 2 degree and 1 degree, yes, this is also correct. Alkene stability, less are substituted, greater than more substituted. This is a wrong one. This is the wrong one because more substituted alkenes are most stable due to hyperconjugation. Okay students, so our answer which of the following order is incorrect means D is our incorrect answer. Next coming to another question, that is question number 4. Which species will not show resonance? Here, which species does not show? For the resonance, you should always remember that there must be a alternative double bond or double bond or double bond. Here, alternative double bonds, double bond, single bond, alternative double bond, or there should be a double bond, single bond lone pair, or double bond, single bond positive charge. Such type of combination should be there. So here we will find in the case of first one there is double bond and positive charge is there, and here this is the this is also show resonance. But here we observe that there is a no double bond, only positive charge is there. So this is does not show resonance. Here also double bond lone pair is there, it show resonance. Right students, next coming to reason assertion. So our answer is here C. Next coming to assertion, phenol is more acidic than ethanol. Reason phenoxide ion is resonance stabilized. Yes, phenol after releasing one hydrogen becomes phenoxide ion which is a resonance stabilized. That is why it makes the phenol more stable. So both A and R are correct, and A is the correct explanation. That means our answer is A. Next question number 6. Which has maximum number of hyperconjugation? Greater the number of hyperconjugation generally depends greater the number of hydrogen atoms, and greater is the hyperconjugation. So greater number of hydrogen atoms are here in the case of C. So there are the greater the number of hydrogens are there, so greater is the conjugation, hyperconjugation structure. So our answer is C. Which will show optical isomerism? That is 2-butanol, because we have already discussed it with but 2-butanol means OH is there. In the previous videos also I have discussed. Here it is CH, this is CH, this is CH2. That means C2H5, CH3, H and OH. All the 4 are different groups. So that means it is a achiral atom. Achiral atoms always show optical isomers. Okay. Next, in which case Marconi rule falls? Marconi's rule falls in which case? So here HCl addition, HBr and peroxide addition, H2SO4 addition, and acid catalyzed hydration. Marconi rule is false in peroxide because it shows the Karsh effect, that is anti-Marconi's rule, and remaining other shows the Marconi rule. That means what is Marconi rule? Negative addendum goes to that carbon which contain lesser number of hydrogen. But here in peroxide it is completely opposite. This is also known as the Karsh effect. Next, which of the following has the highest boiling point? Straight chain alkanes are always shows highest boiling point. So here N-pentane is the straight chain, here butane is also straight chain, but here the number of carbon atoms is 5, but here number of the carbon atoms are 4. So greater the number of carbon atoms or greater the molecular mass, then greater is the highest boiling point. Right students, next coming to which intermediate has most stable? Which intermediate has most stable? So here the most stable is LL carbocation. LL carbocation is always most stable as compared to vinyl. Okay students, which statement is incorrect about SN1 reaction? Rate depends on, which is here it is you have to see the correct word, incorrect. So rate depends on substrate. Yes, this is the right one for SN1. Carbocation is intermediate form. This is also right for the SN1. Rate depends on a nucleophile. This is wrong. Rate reaction never depend upon the nucleophile. Favored by polar protic solvent. Yes, that means our answer is C. Right students. Next, coming to which of the following compounds show maximum plus M effect. Always remember OH minus is always shows the highest plus M effect. Right, students? Next, coming to another question, which is most acidic. Which one is the most acidic? Here phenol is there. Here is methyl alcohol is there, acetic acid is there, acetylene is there, ammonia is there. So naturally CH3COOH is most acidic because after losing a hydrogen ion CH3 C double bond O and O minus. This get resonance stabilized as CH3 C O minus and double bond resonance stabilizer. That is why our answer here is acetic acid, right? B. Which has the maximum dipole moment? Here the maximum dipole moment is which one? CH3Cl. Here total number of structural isomers C5H12. How many? There are how many number of structural isomers are there? They are nothing but total number of structural isomers are 3 here. Okay, it is a pentane. So let me explain this one. Pentane 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a pentane, and you can write this another way like this. This is another isomer, and another one is like this, neopentane. Right? These are the 3. So our answer is here 3. Our answer is here 3. Next, coming to next one, which is incorrect statement. Sigma bond is stronger than pi bond. Yes, this is the correct one. Pi bond restrict rotation. Yes, it is also correct. Sigma bond formed by lateral overlap. This is wrong because sigma bonds are always formed by head-on collision. Pi bonds are weaker than sigma bonds. So our answer is C. Which compound undergoes SN2 reaction? So this is CH3Br. Okay. Next, coming to which is the most stable alkene, right? Which is most stable alkene, right, students? It is, our answer is here which one? Which is a more stable alkene. So our answer is D. Why? Because more number of hydrogens means more hyperconjugation. That means more stability. More number of hydrogens are here, so that gives the more hyperconjugation, which stabilizes the alkene. Which is the strongest nucleophile in protic solvent? Which is the strongest nucleophile in protic solvent? So naturally I minus is the strongest nucleophile. Reason? Because in protic solvent like water, alcohol, ethanol, larger ions less solvated, making stronger nucleophile. Right, students? Next, coming to which is aromatic. So it is sure question that we know aromatic compounds are nothing but benzene. Okay. Next, which will give positive Bayer test. Bayer test means Bayer reagent is cold alkaline potassium permanganate, generally given by alkene because it is generally used to test unsaturation. Next, which statement is correct? All sigma pi bonds are weaker than sigma bonds. This is a correct. Which statement is all pi bonds are weaker than sigma bonds? This is the correct statement. All sigma bonds, no, this is not correct. Pi bonds are stronger, no. Sigma bond formed by sideways overlapping. Sigma bonds are no, this is also wrong because sigma bonds are always formed by head-on overlapping. Pi bonds are weaker than sigma bonds because the lateral collision is weaker as compared to head-on collision. Right? Next, coming to another one, which compound which compound is the most reactive towards electrophilic substitution? Here our answer is phenol. That is why? Because due to plus M effect, phenol making benzene ring highly rich in electrons and reactive towards the electrophilic addition reaction at ortho and para position. Which has the maximum resonance structures? Anthracene, because it has 3 fused rings. Greater the number of fused rings, greater is the number of alternative sigma and pi bonds, and greater is the resonance structures. Which is the strongest acid? Which is the strongest acid? We already know that the HI is the strongest acid because the order is because the order is HF less than HCl less than HBr less than HR. Right? Which is a less stable carbocation? Vinyl is a less stable carbocation because it is a structure like this one. Right? So which is the most basic? Which is the most basic? As we have already know that in aqueous solution basicity is due to solvation and steric factor. So our answer is C. Our answer is C. That is CH3 twice NH2. We already know 2 degree greater than 1 degree greater than 3 degree in aqueous solution. Okay. Next, which has maximum inductive effect? Next, it is here. So which has a maximum? NO2 is the maximum inductive effect due to its strong electron withdrawing nature. Which reaction proceeds via free radical mechanism? Here halogenation of alkenes is proceeds through free radical mechanism. Which is a more stable carbanion? Our answer is benzyl carbanion, because negative charge in benzyl carbanion is delocalized over the ortho and para positions of benzene ring through resonance. So our answer is D. Thank you students. Subscribe my channel for such videos. Thank you.